And welcome back. We're here at Gen Con 2015, and I'm here with Doug Chadwick of 42 Games.
Hi, Vince. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's been great. I met you back 3 years ago when I came to my first Gen Con, and we've been great friends ever since. So what's happening in the 42 Games world?
Well, 42 Games has launched last year its second Kickstarter, Spell Chess, and now we're moving on to other things like a Wizards vs. Dragons game. We have a Force game coming out, so we're continuing to make family-friendly games at some really good...
Very cool. Now,
cut that out.
I got to play Spell Chess
Yes.
last year.
Yes.
And that's when it first was released.
Yes.
And we got to play it at. It's really fun. I know Steve Jackson has the Nightmare Chess, but I don't know. I really like Spell Chess.
You had to bring up Steve Jackson. Okay, fine.
Well,
it's a little bit different than Nightmare Chess. Nightmare Chess,
Yeah.
you have a hand of cards. This one is an expansion of chess where you have a deck of cards next to the chess set, and as you take a piece, you cast a spell.
yeah. So I've really enjoyed that aspect of it, and I don't know.
It's different every time.
It's different every
It levels
time.
out the playing field between chess masters and novices like me. I love it, but I'm not good at it. But
Yeah.
this makes it a lot of fun.
Exactly. And I like the fact that at some parts of it you can actually spin the board around and you're playing different.
There was some promo cards in the Kickstarter campaign that we thought we'd throw in there for lots of fun. Like one is called Upset, like you said, where players switch sides. So it's tongue-in-cheek and it's a lot of fun, but it keeps the basic mechanics of the game. It doesn't mess them up too bad, but it makes it a lot of fun.
Very cool. Now you are play testing. You're doing a main play test. Are you play testing several?
Wizards vs. Dragons is our main play test right now. We're getting input from the game industry consumers to see what they really want in a game. We refine the game a lot, but we're getting a little bit more refined now. So when we go to production, it'll be ready to go. We are doing spell chess, but that's just people playing spell chess. Every slot has been sold out this whole con for all of our spell chess and our Wizards vs. Dragons playtest.
Very nice.
So my son and I, Benj, Hamilton and I, developed the games. We're a game company called 42 Games, and we're going to keep continuing making family-friendly, fun games.
So go ahead and tell me what exactly Wizards vs. Dragons, what it is, how it works.
The backstory of Wizards vs. Dragons is that 50 years ago, the dragons stopped appearing. So everybody thought the dragons went away. So now they're going to go loot their caverns and loot their lairs. So your group of wizards are going to go up and get some magical items from the dragon's lair. Lo and behold, the dragon is there just hibernating. So the wizards confront the dragon and a fight ensues, a battle, an epic battle. So the wizards have to work cooperatively to defeat the dragon. And that's basically the premise of the game, is you're a group of wizards in a co-op game fighting a dragon.
And that's a really cool thing. I've seen a lot of this come out, especially in kids' games, doing co-op games.
Yes, we've been asking people, why would you want to pay to play test my game? Because at Gen Con you buy a generic ticket or a slot ticket for a certain amount of money, and people will go sign up for games. And it's been sold out for weeks and weeks. So I was confused why people would want to do that. I wasn't sure the model would work. But people said they want to help with the industry, they want to have cooperative games, and they kind of like Wizards and Dragons. So it was like a win-win-win.
Yeah. Very nice, very nice. So you said you take some information from them. You do like an analysis? How does that work?
We use a playtest form, so we have them fill out their name, what their genres they like on games, and then we have them rate the game on playability, scalability, how much fun they were having. So we have a whole series of questions we ask them, and it's easy to fill out, just mark a check, and we ask them to give some remarks. And we also ask a price point. What do you think this is, what value is this game? How much would you pay for this game? Based on the components, 220 cards, 16 dice, mana counters, box, etc. And it varies from $25 to $60. So we take those analytics and decide what's best for the consumer, what they're looking for in this type of a game. So,
that's very good. Now, you can see you're playing both. They're playing both games right here. They're playing Spell Chess and they're playing Wizards vs. Dragons.
Well, what happened was we've sold out of all of our slots. So people come by and say, hey, is anybody left? Can I join in? Like the spell chest behind us, they played Wizards versus Dragons yesterday. Wanted to play our Wizards, game again today, and we had no slots. So I said, well, try our spell chest. So they are sitting down now, as you see, never played it before, and they get it. It's an easy game to pick up.
Yes.
And it gives us something to not just be a one-hit wonder. We're trying to have many SKUs to help with our products and with our company.
Exactly. That's great. Now, you give back to communities and back to.
Yes, I believe in giving back, not just to the industry, but into where I live in different communities around the country.
Right.
I give back to the industry by being copying what my mentors have done. My mentors in the industry, Marcelo and Larry Rosny, and Marcelo Figueroa, and others like them, have taught me the ropes of the game. Like when I met you, I was going to teach you everything I knew, and I was still learning. I'm always learning. So by giving back to the industry, I think it's going to be a better industry. So I like to help anybody I can. It's like a game to me. If I can teach you the rules and how to play, we're both going to have a good time.
Right, and it's not like we're competitors or anything, because there's so much room for different games out there that.
It's exchange of ideas. It's how civilizations grow, exchange of ideas. And it can happen in the game industry, and it can happen in life. And you alluded to what else I do to give back, and you're talking about the Literacy Club.
Yes.
I have a nonprofit called the Literacy Club. It's it's a part of the Little Free Library program, where a Little Free Library is a box of books or a house or a birdhouse size in front of people's houses that has books. And it's a lending library. Simple form, it's a lending library. We'll take a book and leave a book as a library. So we've taken that one step further. We also do the little ones, but I build large ones that hold 600 to 1,000 books.
Wow.
And we put them inside police stations, community centers, housing complexes, homeless shelters, wherever we can. We built 32 of them in the last 2 years, or less than 2 years. In Cleveland, Ohio, we built 5 so far. We have 3 more coming up, and I built the rest in the Los Angeles area. And it's helping build police and community, helping build the relationships between them.
So are you going to do something special for your 42nd one?
You know what? I didn't even think about that. I'm really big on the number 42, of course. It's my son's birthday. It's the name of our game. We love The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas
His name
Adams.
is Doug.
I'm Doug, so that kind of helps. So we kind of throw that tongue-in-cheek Hitchhiker's Guide into our company also.
Yes.
And into our lives, because we're wrapped up in 42. But that is a great idea. I know on DFW Nerd Nighters, I was on their 42nd show, and that was by design.
Nice.
so we kind of we try and hit that 42 because it helps with marketing, and I just think it's fun.
Yeah.
So our 42nd library, you know what? You are correct. It should be something out of this world.
Something out of this world, yeah.
And I'm getting into gaming libraries now. I'm getting associated with a Creative Play Project, which is a nonprofit in the gaming industry. They've elected me president, and we're going to try and make that happen. I hope we can. It's about getting games into kids that don't normally get games. In inner cities, boys and girls clubs, and stuff like that. So bringing literacy to kids via games is another win-win-win for us.
Yeah, it's a real good way to learn how to interact with each other. It's a real good way to just learn just basic problem solving
and social skills, you know. And then one of the ideas I have for our gaming industry is getting, like, you know how movies have a rating? And I don't know if I told you this part yet. Okay. My idea is to get a game a rating. So they have how many players, this is new for you, how many players, how long it takes, and at what age, right? I want to take that one step further for educators to say this teaches math skills. You need geography, some type of geography, or it teaches geography. It takes spatial reasoning, that kind of icons, and then rate the games for the industry. The Creative Play Project could do this, like United Laboratories does for other things.
Right.
If we could do that for the gaming industry, it brings the gaming level to the mom and pops that are just buying the games by age. Let's buy the games by what it can do for the child as far as reading, math, sciences, history, whatever. So I think if we can get that kind of rating on a game, it's going to explode.
Definitely.
And I know you're shocked because I didn't talk to you about this.
I was like, that's cool,
That's my
idea. That's great. That's a great idea. I'd love to be able to use something like that.
I will use you and your wife to help me do this, because she's an educator like my son and my other kids are. So I think we could really use people like you to help us make this happen.
That would definitely work.
And you too. You can help.
Yes, you can help.
You can donate to the literacyclub.org and check us out.
Yes. So for 42 games, how do you access that? And
42 Games, we have a 42 Games website. It's spelled out, 42 Games. We also are on Facebook as 42 Games. And you can check us out, like our page. We'll tell you what's happening with our Kickstarters. Like I said, we've done 2 successful Kickstarter campaigns, and this will be our 3rd or 4th one coming up. We have other games coming out. We have a 4-player tic-tac-toe called Force, which is kind of fun.
yeah, I like that. I played that, when was it, Thursday night?
Yes, and then we also have Flip Not Cross, which is a variation of tic-tac-toe where you can flip and slide cards and force cards. And so we've got some really
You didn't like me last night because I beat you at that one.
That's true. Well, I believe in let the Wookiee win, and you be the Wookiee if you're playing me. So if I lose, I always say, well, I let the Wookiee win. So, but that's what we're doing. We're doing literacy. We gave away 15,000 books with the Literacy Club last year. So we're doing really big things. We're buying brand new books. So my plate is pretty full, but there's always room for dessert. So I've got 42 games with my son. We've got the Literacy Club with my son also, and the Creative Play Project is starting to take off. So we're pretty excited. We got friends like you in the industry, like you and Marcelo and Larry and AEG. I mean, there's so many people that I look up to in the industry, and I want to share that with everybody else. And as you see from my life, I share my love, my passion of reading and literacy and gaming, and it's kind of encompasses my whole life.
That's really great. But thanks a lot for being on the show, our coverage here at Gen Con. But again, check 42games.com. Check out literacy.
The literacyclub.org. And I look forward to seeing your convention coming up in October.
Yes, Game Expo.
And I heard that you guys also dropped an RPG yesterday.
We did drop an RPG yesterday.
Yes. The corporation? Or no, the organization.
The organization.
Yes. And I've already bought that, by the way.
Yes, you did. And you already have it, don't you?
Yes.
So, yeah, check that out. But I'm Vince. This is Doug. Geek Out, SA.